suitable for.
Yeah,
Except if I that's fine. Except if I maybe buy a land and start building what it is that I want. So and obviously I considered semi-permanent places where I can just set up like a maybe like a container or something. It was just long. It was just long, and it was really, really expensive. So the only option I had was to sort of set up a store
in a market.
In the marketplace. I just thought, rather than, let me start with that and see how it goes. So I started buying all my equipment. I got my gazebo. I got everything. I've registered the business. I'm just waiting for them to let me know, if I have to set up at the house for them to come and check, or I don't know what the process is going to be. So I'm still waiting. So my question really is, and I have a business partner as well. I've got a business partner. It's kind of like a joint venture that we're doing, just to, that little help there. So my question really is, first of all, I'm trying to figure out my pricing, and the area where I am is okay. I'm doing Nigerian food, the jollof rice, the chicken, all of those stuff, but there's a lot of English people, I would say, but we do have our people there as well. So I'm just trying to figure out how I could break into that demographic as well as cater for our people. So I'm looking at the pricing. I'm looking at because I know how our people can be, and I'm trying to get the pricing right, so I'm not scaring away our people. But also, I'm just trying to get the pricing right, and also the particular kind of food to actually do for a starter, because I don't want to go into the pounded yam and all of those things. So that's my first question. If because I know I rambled a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, first things first. Let me tell you a bit about who I am. I'm a believer in God. If you're not a believer in God, I just thought I'll put it out there. So half the time that I speak, I could be speaking of my own opinion, but many times the Holy Spirit tells me what to tell you, right? So I'm not a bungee, I'm not a witch or whatever. But I'm not trying to read people's minds. But sometimes it's not just about me and what I say. It's sometimes about what God wants to say to you. So, as I say, the joke of a prophet is still a prophecy, right? So, anything I say to you today, take it with a pinch of salt, and by all means, consult with whoever you respect as a spiritual lead to confirm whatever I'm saying. Yeah. So now we've got the spiritual aspect out of the way. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I know that's not what you expect to hear on this whole, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sometimes this pricing that everybody keeps on going on about can only happen by making mistakes, right? Everybody wants a textbook that says this is how you price this is how you price that. But until you actually start and you make a mistake, you'll never know if it was the right price. Right? That's first thing first. In terms of location, Hampshire, pretty similar. My restaurant is in a white neighborhood. Sorry, just 1 minute. Bear with me. Sorry, 1 minute. Hello? Hello? Hiya.
You know where your locking wheel is?
It's literally underneath the wheel on the right hand side. Underneath the steering wheel on the right hand side. there's a cream there. You just need to remove the cream and then you see it underneath it. The yellow cream. Remove the cream and then you see it there. So, thank you. Bye. Sorry, getting my car fixed, so I need to take back home. You there? Hello? Hello? Okay, I can see you now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry about that. I just had to take that. Getting my car fixed.
That's okay.
So what I'm saying is, where my restaurant is at the moment is Echo. It's predominantly white, right? Some of the mistakes I made is I want to do Nigerian food. I wanted to introduce them to Nigerian food, right? My target audience was not my Nigerian audience though. My target audience was them. Because if we look at the buying habits of the Black people, we buy fashion, we buy jewelry, we buy everything. Do we really buy food? We buy alcohol when it comes to the men, because it's a thing of ego. They want to look good with a bottle of syrup. They want to look good with trophy beer. They want to look good with Guinness that they can swallow one straight. But the women, how many women actually stand up from their house to say, don't go and eat another woman's jello? How many women stand up from there? Even if you are a woman and you are hungry for somebody else's jello, you call your neighbor or your friend, Amaka, down the road. She will make you one lovely pepper soup and cook for you. So there was my frustration, because on my menu, I had pounded yam, I had all those things, I had jollof rice, I had only the English people were buying it from me. And then the Black people will come, they were raising their nose. They were raising their nose. Oh, madam, there's not enough pepper inside.
Oh my God.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to have headache, you will make the Nigerian audience your target audience. If you want to have a business, you would make your food accessible to all palates. Meaning, when a Nigerian comes, they will enjoy your food. To God be the glory. When the white person comes, they enjoy your food. To God be the glory. But by the time you say you're trying to make food for our people don't typically support each other. And even if they do, it's not enough to keep your business afloat.
Right.
So in terms of, if we want to buy food, the Sunday rice, maybe even if we want to patronize any restaurant, because it's Sunday and I'm coming back from church and we can't be bothered to come home to, so we just branch in the restaurant to buy food. But once a week, Nigerians buying your food, but Monday to Friday, they don't really stay. So in terms of people that sell Nigerian food and make a lot of money are those that do it from home.
Right.
Because the expenses are not much. There's no business rates. There's all those things don't come into play. But like you said, if you're going to be getting a stall or you're planning to find premises, the prices begin to skyrocket, and then that affects your price. And then those people that you're saying you're trying to get the price right for will say, it's so expensive, they don't want to buy from you anymore. But then when you look at Instagram and you look at people pricing jollof rice, one whole cooler of jollof rice, £35, free delivery anywhere in the UK, where do you start from? But what you don't realize is they're not registered, they don't have any cost.
Yeah.
It's just them and their grandma from
It's
home.
just them.
Or their mother-in-law from home is helping them to chop the meat. And you are here as an employee staff. Right? So,
right.
By all means, I've got a video. Do I have a video? I've got a video on pricing on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Right? So to answer your question and move away from the doom and gloom, there's obviously beautiful things that happen with cooking, and I'll focus on that now. I have a video on pricing on my YouTube channel, so definitely go look at it. It tells you how to price your items. I would suggest you don't price your items. Based on your African audience. Price it just because it makes sense and that's the right thing to charge.
Okay.
I would suggest a 50% markup as a minimum.
Okay.
So whatever you watch on YouTube, added to that knowledge today that you should make it a 50% markup, because you don't want to be in a place where you're changing your prices all the time.
All the time, exactly.
Yeah. So whatever you hear on YouTube from me, make sure it's a 50% markup so that it allows for COVID changes. It allows for, like the other day, where import charges. The other day I was buying palm oil at £15. Suddenly I went to meet the same lady I buy palm oil for. She's selling it at £20. I cannot suddenly change my. And by the time I told her that, Mama, this thing has gone up. She said, oh, how much did I say this to you the last time? So she's just changing her own prices like she wishes. But I'm a restaurant owner. You know, £5 extra is a lot to me, but it's nothing to her because she's doing it from home, right? So put a 50% markup, and that allows for such crazy events, if it ever. So in terms of pricing, that's what I would suggest. In terms of location, please choose somewhere that white people go to a lot, because their buying habit is every Friday night they must have takeaway. If they don't have takeaway, they're not all right. Right?
Okay.
Possibly look into selling alcohol, because people don't understand the power of not having to cook jollof rice and actually making a profit. Right. So many people I suggest to say, it doesn't agree with their Christian values. By all means, I'm not selling alcohol to make people drunk. People can still drink and be responsible. But there's a difference between stocking alcohol and you just give it up for delivery. And the beauty for me is the fact that I didn't stand up from a chair. I didn't have to chop onions. I didn't have to blend tomatoes, and I'm making profit. To me, it just blows my mind. Versus that jollof rice that I'm struggling to price.
All right.
It's going to be a forever struggle, because how much is rice? How much is palm oil? How much is onions? How much is iru? So many things you need to think about. But when you think about selling alcohol, there's going to be a set price. You can put your 50% markup. You could deliver that if you don't want to do delivery. Customers can have it on your premises, and you did not need to do anything. You did not need to bottle it. You did not need to label it. It's the same. So consider getting an alcohol license so that you can sell alcohol. So that would help you with pricing and making profit. And like I said, make sure that you include things. So when I started off my restaurant, I only had Nigerian items on my menu. And as God would have it, slowly I started putting things like jerk chicken on. I started putting things like curry goat on that appeals to the English palate. Because when the Englishman actually genuinely comes to your restaurant or location of any sort, they look through your menu and they don't understand anything on there. Even if you write it in English, which is okay, eforiro, or sauce made with lovely spices, you explain it to them in the menu, it's not native to their tongue, right? So yes, they might want to experiment with your menu, but they might try it and it's not their cup of tea. And you need repeat business to stay open. So what I found is I started off with a lot of 100% African things on my menu. And right now, 98% of my sales are jerk chicken and curry goat. That 2% is Nigerians coming to buy my food. So it became so bad that I had to take ayamashi off my menu, because you know the pain of cooking ayamashi.
I know.
And then you now finish cooking it. You now finish cooking it and nobody's buying it, because obviously you have to price your ayamashi pretty high. Because I had somebody the other day who almost burnt her house down because she was making ayamashi. Right?
Oh my God.
Ayamashi is not a joke. So after I finish going through that stress of cooking it, it doesn't sell out as quick as jollof rice, because even children like jollof rice. So you need to be in a place where you're turning food out really quickly, so it doesn't stay there very long. And you're in a place where people want your food. And unfortunately, I found myself that my white focused food sold more than my Nigerian focused food. So be in a place where you test the market, put the English menu on, put the, I sell chicken and chips, not chicken and chips, just literally frozen chicken that I buy from the warehouse, right? So if any customer wants chicken and chips, like wings, I didn't make the wings myself. It's frozen from the factory. I put it in a fryer and I sell that. £1, £2. You'd be surprised what £1, £2 makes, how it makes a difference to your business when you didn't have to make the chicken yourself. That's our own chicken where we have to marinate. And yes, that's what sells a lot. It's just chicken and chips. So I never imagined in my life that chicken and chips, jerk chicken, all those things will sell. But put those two things on your menu
Okay.
See how it goes. And obviously, if the Nigerian one goes well, take off the English one, and be willing to make mistakes and price your items accordingly. Yeah, that's that one.
Wow. You completely crashed all the ideas that I Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about money now because I mean the whole idea of a business is to make profit. So how do I pay myself? I mean, obviously I need to go deeper into how the whole sole trader thing works and how you do your accounting and all of this kind of stuff. So how do I pay myself basically? Or maybe just starting off, maybe there's nothing like paying yourself for now. And then maybe as time goes on, then yeah, so that's my question.
By all means, you register your business. You can register as a sole trader. You can register as a limited company. But be careful. You know what? Our people they scarred me for life. Be careful with registering as a sole trader because there's some maniacs and mad people out there.
Okay.
If you register as a sole trader, it means that you are liable for any issues.
Okay.
If you register as a limited company, they can only sue your company. They can't sue you.
Sue me. Okay.
I know that sounds pleasant on paper, but I've had some maniacs. Even 2 months ago, I had somebody that wanted to sell me crayfish. From wanting to sell me crayfish, the person started banging my door, wanting to break the door of my restaurant. Things happen in this world. So all I'm just saying is, we always say, God forbid, that's not my own business. Things happen. So I'm just saying, as a sole trader, if anybody got food poisoning, they'll come for you. Food poisoning is something that happens. The other day, I had somebody that bought goat meat pepper soup. I didn't know who I was telling it to. She bought goat meat pepper soup. Next thing, she was like, oh my word. She was on the phone. Oh my word. I see skin. I'm like, goat?
Yeah.
Original goat meat has skin on it, right? But she doesn't understand that. It's not native to her palate. So, and she was like, oh, I was about to report you to trading standards and blah, blah, blah. But I just thought I should call you first. I'm like, but what she didn't understand is I'm a lawyer. So I said, and what exactly did you want to say to them? Oh, it shouldn't be like this. I said, no, whatever you're saying there is not alien to the animal. If you see beads or my earring inside, you can report me by all means. But the fur of the animal belongs to the animal. Just like you see chicken and you see feather, you start saying, oh my word. The fur belongs to the animal. It's not an alien object. It's only when you see an alien object in your food that you can report the business to trading standards. So imagine you having that kind of call. Is you she would take to trading standards, not your business. And then you would have more to worry about. So be careful with sole trader. By all means, you can do that if you wish, but I've always done limited company from time because I know people are always crazy. Limited company, how do you pay yourself? It's as easy as when you look at your total income in a month, you decide what is suitable for yourself. So if you're making £1,000 a month, you can decide to pay yourself £200. And it just means when you're paying yourself, you label it. It's just like the same way whenever we do a payment to anybody, we have a reference for the payment, right? And you call it the person's name, or you call it dividends. And this only applies to limited companies. But I call mine dividends whenever I pay myself monthly. I call it dividends because that's how the tax man sees it. On a monthly basis, on average, based on what my accountant says, is about £600 a month I'm allowed to pay myself as a dividend. Question is, I don't pay myself. I should, but I don't. But because I put everything back into my business at the moment in terms of marketing and everything. But yeah, dividend. But that applies to limited company. But once you have an accountant, they would advise you better in terms of if you should be registered as an employee for your business, and then they would raise a pay slip for you every month. It's something they can do for you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll just get an accountant to just sort of help with that. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm a big planner. I always like to plan ahead. And even though I'm starting with a market stall, like, what should be my next, what should be the next thing that I'm thinking about to be able to sort of grow in the business, you know, from a market store? What should be the next level for me?
When you get there, you know.
Oh, okay.
Because if I told you next level is restaurant, I don't think that would be fair on you. Because that might not be where God is calling you to go. Right? So many times in life, we all have different paths. You could probably flourish in the market store space, and I would say, oh, you know what, she's making so much money in the market store, let me go and join her there, and then I don't make money. But you are making money from it. Different strokes for different folks. And of course, expansion, meaning that you can now begin to offer cooking classes, you could begin to offer books in terms of, okay, like I just released a book called African Vegan. You could think of books, you could think of a mentor, like I'm mentoring people now. You could think of becoming a speaker, where you go and speak to other people and encourage them on whatever it is. You could offer online cooking classes, you could offer in-person cooking classes. You can become a private chef. A private chef meaning that if I have an event, I don't want you to just cook and then we'll come and carry the food. I actually want to be in a place where we're all sat around the table and you're serving us, because we want to spend time with you. And that's where people begin to love you as a personality rather than you just love your business. You know. So some people find it creepy that I'll come to your house and then I'll be cooking in front of you. But as long as you pay me good money, let's do it.
Of course.
There's many places you could take it to, but the demand in the market store would tell you, okay, I think I can do more. Then people might start saying they want you to start catering, but until you start, you will never know. You know, they might say, oh, you know what, I want to come and cater, and then from catering, you find another opportunity, and that's how God works. You know, once you start catering, you now find another opportunity, and then another opportunity, and you just keep accepting them, or you accept them as you're self-led. It's not every opportunity I find that I accept. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I think those are the two main questions that I wanted to ask. I don't know if there's any other advice that you would like to give.
Just trust that you can do it. I don't know why I keep saying it, but sometimes we want to get it so perfect. We want to get it. It's our baby, you know. It's your baby. You want to do it so perfect. You don't want to get it wrong. But even Mark Zuckerberg got it wrong, you know. Have mercy on yourself.
Right.
So be kind to yourself. You can even start from home. You don't have to start with a store. You know? Start from home, see how it goes, and then if it's making enough money, that money you get from there, you then go hire a kitchen. You don't necessarily have to have a store. You can also hire a kitchen where it's just a kitchen, but you can just cook on the kitchen premises. You know, so that's another option. If you're struggling to find a space, you can find a kitchen where you just hire the kitchen only. You know, but it's all a learning curve. Your mistakes are somebody else's testimony. So, what you might be saying, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Somebody will be like, I'd rather do that. Right? So just trust that you're being led and God is intentional about your mistakes, that whatever mistakes you think, oh, I shouldn't have made. Like me, I think I shouldn't have bothered with Nigerian stuff on my menu.
Oh dear.
But now I cater for Nigerian food, but it's not something I see myself doing on a daily basis, cooking jollof rice every day. No. You know, because like I said, when I look at the money, if I was to do a restaurant now, and I said that if I was to expand Yettis Kitchen, my next restaurant is going to be called Yettis Kitchen, but it's Chinese food I'm going to be selling there. I'm not selling any Nigerian food there.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
And that's because when I look at the profit margin for African food and the profit margin for foods that you just take from the freezer, you put it in the fryer, look how McDonald's is making money. That's why Burger King is making money. That's why they have franchises everywhere, because the profit margin is mad. They charge you £8, £9 for a burger, but that burger costs them 20p, 30p. Give me an African food that will cost you 20p or 30p. I want to know that food right now. You know? So it's not that
Right.
we're passionate about our culture. Yes, we're passionate about culture. We're passionate about spreading Africa and letting everybody know about Africa. But sometimes just leave the battle to the ancestors and let's just make money and let's just
Yeah.
make money. Let's make money and
Right.
make God proud. Because you need money. You need money to
Absolutely.
bless your children, to bless your family, to live a good life.
Absolutely.
It's not every day jollof,
Absolutely.
it's not every day okra.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So if
Wow.
I was to do it again, I definitely won't do African food. I would do fish and chips. Fish and chips, Jesus, that one is money, fresh money, you know. And like I said, you don't have to do anything. Just straight from freezer into a fryer. I don't need to. But our African food, if you want to, you're also in a place where you might want to expand your business. You want to pass it on to somebody else in terms of higher staff. Then you have to train the staff. You have to train the staff to cook like you, or else your customers will leave
Yeah.
because the food doesn't taste like the way you cook it. Tell me, how do
Mm.
they fry chips? Chips is the same now. Fried chips is the same, right? So in terms of
Yeah.
expansion, it's easier for McDonald's to expand because there's
It's a
not
very
much of a
simple
recipe.
process.
It's not much of a recipe. So for me now, and that's something you might want to look into as well, I document every recipe I have. My puff puff now, anybody can make my puff puff anywhere in the world. A lot of us Africans, we don't like to document. We just know how to put the salt, how to put the maggi. We don't exactly say 2 spoons of this, 2 spoons of that. We don't know how to measure. And as a business, if you're thinking of expanding as an African, you should definitely measure because that's something that you could then pass on to an employee to say, this is a recipe book, you can't go wrong. And that way you can go somewhere else in the world and your business is still running. So the reason why many African businesses, or what I say, African businesses are not passed on through generations is because we are our business. And as soon as you leave your business, that's the end of your business.
Right.
Our children don't want a part of it, because that's mommy's business. I beg, I don't want. But then if children say they don't want it, the employees can carry on the business. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't be tied to you. So document your recipe. Make sure that you can always go back to it. It just helps you get trained. And then if you become a chef that's hired by BBC tomorrow, BBC would want to ask you that, oh, how do you make this your lovely recipe? You're not say, oh, don't worry, I just no now. Let's train ourselves. Like I say, study to get yourself approved.
Yeah.
That's another means of income for you in terms of expansion. You might get hired by any of these TV stations to come and be a chef for a day and just teach them how to make jollof rice. And then you can't just go, how much oil do you put in your jollof rice? I don't know. I just pour the bottle. It's not a good representation. So keep that in mind. Trust that God's leading you. Think forward in terms of measuring recipes, because whatever you do in the future, you need to be in a place where your business can carry on without you. And yeah.
Wow.
What I would say.
Thank you so much. I feel like I need to go back to the drawing board because I thought I've had it all together. You just came and scattered the whole thing.
It's good.
So I appreciate it. I mean, it's a good thing because it's getting me to think more and obviously plan for the future as well. You know, incorporate all of those things into what it is that I'm doing now. So yeah, very enlightened. Oh my God, I feel like my eyes just opened.
Yeah, sometimes when we're on our own, the way life happens is we are just like in a tunnel, you know. But that's why that's why we need mentors, which is run our madness through. It's different from thinking with family. Family will be like, that's a brilliant idea. I even know somewhere that I can even go do that one. And no. Let's talk to the people who've done it and they'll be able to speak to the weaknesses. Marketing by all means, they'll be able to help you and just rub mine. As I say, iron sharpens iron, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Where did you hear about me, if you don't mind me asking? You said you've been following my journey for a while.
Oh yeah, as soon as I typed in catering business from home, you came up. You came up straight up. And then I think you had like a over 2 hours podcast that you're talking about your bank account and all of oh my God, I was just eating the whole thing. I'm like, yep. So that was very Like everything you talked about was what I needed to hear. Everything you talked about was what I needed to hear, because I mean, yeah. Oh, hello. Bless
little
him.
one.
You know, yes. I've got little ones as well. I've got 3 of them.
Oh no, let's not
Yeah.
get started on that conversation.
Yeah, so cute. So I listened to that, you know, how you know, starting from home and everything. The reason why I'm not starting from home is, you know, I live in a rented apartment, you know, and not all landlords want all of those kind of stuff. You know, the moment you say, oh, business, they're like, no. He didn't even let me explain what it was like. No. Okay, we'll go to the market then. So that was kind of like, you know, I had no choice but to just, you know, go that option. But that would have been much cheaper if I had a very understanding landlord. So so that's the reason why I've ended
that's
up.
because I guess you decided to tell him, right? Because there are many people that do it without telling. There are many people that do it without telling their landlord.
Right. I wasn't sure what the insurance was going to, because they would ask if it was my property or things like that.
Yes. If you listen to my video on YouTube, I said you have the choice of declaring or not declaring.
Or not declaring.
Because for me, it's always about testing the market on the cheap. No point in you going to get a stall and then it's not working, but you spend so much. Like I said, you're going to buy equipment, you're going to buy all that stuff. So the way I always see it is anything from home is obviously temporary. And because it's temporary, I want to know if there's a demand for my food. If there's a demand for my food, then I have more faith. I'm sorry, I have little faith, but then I have more faith to go and acquire a stall, right?
Acquire.
Well, I totally understand that. So you obviously said it already. That's gone under the bridge now. But yes, you could always hire a kitchen if you don't want to start with a stall.
That's another business venture that I would probably like to look into. Remember, I said we should buy a land and build some. Like, I find this area so tight. Like, there's just nothing to cater for this aspect of, you know, except if I go to some village somewhere. But where I am is just so tight. It's more of commercial retail. You know, the high street a whole left of the high street is what's the name of the shop?
New Look and stuff.
British Foundation. Like, they've taken the whole. It's all retail. You know, if they're able to
have you inquired in terms of change of use?
I have. Every time I find a property, you know, retail, straight away I'm like, is the landlord willing to change, you know, get back to me? And they never get back to me, and I'm chasing like, hi, and they're like, oh no, they're not interested, they want the property the way it is, you know. And I'm like, that sounds like my landlord, like he doesn't want any business. You know, so I mean, obviously if I keep looking and keep, you know, eventually find, but I don't have a job as we speak. I'm trying to make money. You know, so it's kind of like I don't want to wait for someone, you know. Let me just keep moving and keep going.
Yeah. Personally, I would inquire, like you said, you've inquired, but I don't know. Where are you searching? Are you searching online?
Online, I just walk into random trading estates. You know, there's several of them close by. I just walk, and I actually found this guy. I was like, oh, he has a property just across the road, you know. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's fix the date. And by the time I physically went back, I got the number, it wasn't picking up. I went back there. I'm like, okay, where is this property now? I was like, oh, sorry, you know, we won't be able to use that for kitchen, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool.
So in that event, let's do Nigerian on them. Get a white person
right
to call for you. Right?
Okay.
No, they think they are mad now. We will show them we are Nigerians, right?
Right.
Yes, a white person to call for you to do your searching, right?
Okay.
And that person will tell them that they are looking, not you.
Not
right?
me.
And then that way, they are the ones taking on the contract. But obviously, it's going to mean your name and stuff.
Okay.
Because there's some what's the word? There's some tenants that are allowed to sublet. right? So in terms of they're taking on the property, but they're actually giving it to you, right? In terms of, I'm laughing because I'm crazy like that. In terms of where to find this white person, you could hire an actor. You could hire an actor to do the calls for you, right?
Okay.
I know it just sounds crazy, but girl,
it doesn't sound crazy at all.
Yeah.
At
So,
all.
Hire an actor to do the calling for you. That's number one. And two, if you cannot get an actor, you hire somebody that will call around. That person, that job is location manager. Find you a location that you can do your business. And you hire that person, and the person's job every day is to call around a white person or the black person. I don't even think I want a black person, because then they'll tell the person to turn up, and then once they see the black person, they'll be like, yeah. Just because they want to be polite, they'll be like, yeah, there's a place available. Then the minute you leave, they are not interested anymore because they're black, right? So
right.
We want to make sure it's white. So you can advertise on Facebook for free. So definitely go do that. Advertise on Facebook to say you're looking for somebody who would search for premises for you. And you obviously write it there, what you're willing to pay the person. You could decide to say you want to pay the person permanent or part-time or contract, which is you're going to pay them £20 a day because these are phone calls, they're not leaving their house, you know. And every day they will touch base with you in the morning or at the end of the day, touch base with you to tell you what they found.
Okay.
So that's another approach. So there's many businesses that we've done, myself and my husband, that we've not been the face of the business because it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough.
Right. Wow. That is
funny you didn't
amazing.
ask me this question in the beginning. I only asking me this at the end. Is that not the most important question?
Right. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
You're
much.
Welcome. You're welcome.
That. So when can we schedule the next meeting?
We'll send you an email. And, my team will be in touch. But yeah.
Wow, that would be really nice. Thank you so much. I want to be able to
keep me updated, man. Definitely keep me updated. I want to get good news.
Absolutely. I'll send you an email. I'll send you pictures. I'll send you anything.
I'll come to the launch.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be really nice. So that would be nice.
I'd love it.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to send you pictures.
Are you following us on social media?
Which one? Because
Yettis Kitchen.
Yettis Kitchen on
everywhere.
Everywhere. I would look.
Anyway, when I send you an email, it would tell you. It would tell you.
Okay, I would have a look because I'm just on your YouTube because that was where I found you. So I'm always on YouTube, and I just really love the fact that you have all these people sharing their experiences and things like that. I just thought that was like amazing. Because it's just nice to be like, oh, this pop-off, oh, this chicken, or oh, this bird. So nice. I really enjoy it. Their expressions make me really happy. Like, okay.
There's another one coming this Friday. So
yeah, I'll probably get the notification when you upload it.
Yeah, that's why we always do them blindfolded, because it's one thing to know what you're eating, and another thing to not know what you're eating.
Yeah, absolutely. God bless you.
Amen. Follow us on social media. Like I said, my birthday is the 25th. That's why I'm doing this. Just giving out free mentions to everyone.
Happy birthday.
So, thank you.
My daughter's birthday is on the 25th as well.
What are you saying? Talk about divine timing. 25th children are special. Yeah?
Oh my God. This is amazing. Woo! I don't know if it's the Holy Spirit or I don't know if it's just there's this
no,
joy.
You know that. You know this 25th. There's a blessing on that child that you don't even know right there.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, she's gonna do exploits, definitely. No other day of the year. 25th June is for special people.
Wow, amazing. Wow. Yeah, tell me.
How old is she?
She'll be one. She'll be one.
My baby's one too. He was born last February.
Oh wow. So my other daughter is February as well.
Okay, I'm not going to share the date before you tell me the same date.
and then the last one is December.
No. I don't have any in December.
You don't have any in December. Do you have any August?
No. My husband's August.
What day in August? Because I'm August.
We should have done a get to know me session first before we went into mentorship. My husband is August 25th.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm the 6th of August. So few days in August.
And then,
wow, that's lovely.
February 1st, that's my baby.
February 28th, last day in February.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh,
Bless the Lord.
Take care of you, man. Take care of you.
And you too. God bless you. Thank you so much. We'll catch up definitely.
Take
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.